Well, hello and welcome back for part two of customizing and editing your Word document for your buyer, seller consultation, or any other report form or anything that you're using. Here's some basic tips. Part two. Okay, so in part one, we showed you how to do the header, the footer, the borders, and change all those colors, and a little bit about the picture of the house that's in the front page. All right, so now we're going to move on to page 4 of the handout, which is where your bio will go, and customizing this as well. So just like the picture on the front page, when you double click on it, it will highlight it. You're able to move it around because under the wrap text, we have it on square. So it's going to, you just need to move it back over if it throws it out of alignment. All right, here as well, the picture style. You can change it to square or any other one that you want. And it is also here under picture border. You can change the color of the border, and you can also change the width that is around the border. Okay, just as simple and easy breezy as can be. Okay, so let me see with this one. Yes, okay, I chose the other frame, and yes, it's going to let me color code the frame there as well. All right, easy. It's fun. You can do this. All right, so to let me introduce myself again, you will remove the add your bio here and do a copy and paste and put your bio in there. All right, obviously remove that as well. Testimonials and referrals. Here's the great way to do it. If you've got one or two quick ones, I would put them right in there. And again, depending on how long your bio is going to be, will be how it moves this down on the page. So you may have to do some adjusting to make it realign back up again. Okay. QR code. On the how-to instructions on my site, we've walked you through the how to create a QR code using QR Code Monkey, which is my favorite go-to source. Again, I've got no skin in the game on this, but what it allows you to do is color the QR code. It allows you to color gradiate a QR code. It allows you to drop a picture in the middle. So for the testimonial, it's about you. I would put your photo in there. Once you've created the QR code through QR Code Monkey and you've saved it, labeling it what it's to, and you have tested it, then you can go ahead and drop it in here. So let's say it's not there. I'm going to go ahead just for show and tell, delete that out. So then you would go to insert, pictures from this device, which is your computer. It will pop open all your pictures. I'm going to scroll down here to where my pictures are at. I am then going to find the folder. Yes, I'm very well organized. The folder that has my QR codes. And I got a whole bunch of them. So you would find your folder that says QR codes, which is where I've got mine. And then the link that you have connected to your testimonial page. That's where you're going to drop it in. Double click on it. It's going to drop it right in. You go, holy smokes, that's way too big. You're right, it is. Move your mouse or your cursor over to the corner and just shrink it on down. Bring it on down. Now, once you've got it down to about size, this is where you've clicked on it so you can see it's outlined. Wrap text. This is where this comes in. Move it to square. Now you can move it to where it needs to be and line it up correctly. Easy as can be. So again, to insert a photo, it's simply insert photo or picture from this device, because it's going to be on your computer because you've saved your QR code. You'll find the picture you want, drop it in, shrink it down and resize it, wrap the text so you can move it around, and you're good. There you go. Easy as can be. Now go ahead. I'm going to pause this and let you go do it to your handouts, and that way you've got it. So I got a couple more things to share, so hurry back. I'll wait. Okay. Welcome back. All right. So now that you've put that in there and you've put your bio in there and you've added one or two little testimonials over to the side, what I would write in there is something along the line of scan the QR code to see what others have said. So I'm just going to type that right in there. Scan QR code to go to my website to see what others have had to say about working with me. There you go. All right, type it in, adjust it. Obviously, consider adding the QR code. You're going to take that out and you leave that other one. The reason we would put that little notation in there is because you want to let them know where the QR code is going to take them and for what. If it is just a generic QR code, they're not going to scan it. And hopefully you've tested it to make sure that it is in fact going to where it needs to be. All right. Again, just another fun little tip here. If once you've got it double clicked, you want to go to your picture border, you can add a border on it. Let's say we're going to go ahead and take it up to the turquoise and we're going to make it wide. There you go. Just like any other picture, because at this point, your QR code is nothing more than a photo. There you have it. Okay. All right. Now, as you come down, and because again, you're going to realign things. If this next page is up too much, just grab it. Just click on it, grab it, and you can move it down a little bit. Because you've got it on wrap text. You're going to put it on a square. You're going to move it down just a smidge. And sometimes, again, you just need to realign your stuff. You just realign it. Okay, just like a Word document. Now, what I want to make sure is once you have made the change on this page, especially when the bio, is going to throw everything else down and possibly off. So just you're going to need to scroll through the rest of the document and make sure that it is aligning up correctly. Okay, that one popped up a little bit too high, so we're just going to pull it down. This, as you can see, it lifted it up from the next page. Just go in, hit a return, and it's going to send it down. And now it's back to where it needs to be. Once you have done any changing on the earlier pages, it will affect everything else that comes after it. So please just make sure that you scroll through the rest of your document to make sure that everything else is correctly still lining up. All right. Can't tell you how many times agents did not know that, sent it to print, and it was all incorrect because it skewed things all over the place. All right. One other fun little tool I want to show you. This little icon, it's a backwards P for lack of a better description. What it's going to do when you click on it, it's going to show all the commands. As you were typing, every time you hit the space bar, it's going to show it as a little arrow. Every time you hit the return, it's going to show it as this little backwards P. If you've added insert, a page break over here on your left-hand side, then it will show up that it's added a page break. All right. If by chance, let me go ahead and show you this. Let's by chance throw a couple more returns in there, and then all of a sudden you've got a blank page. That's where clicking on the little backwards P, it will show up where your commands are. And as you can see, the page break now is at the top of the page, which has thrown everything down. So you just simply go up here and delete one of the returns, but you're seeing the command. So now the page break is at the end of the page and not throwing it to the beginning of the page. Hopefully that made sense. Again, we've got a couple little wonky things because this got moved up. So you just grab it and scootsy on it down. And this is where a little bit of editing, sometimes you got to play with it just a little bit. But once you get the hang of it, you're going to have a lot of fun with it. Once I'm done getting it to line up where I know I want it to be, I remove the paragraph mark because I don't want to see all the commands. It drives me crazy. So I don't want to see it. But as you can see here, it's brought this up. So again, I just need to do some adjustments with moving it down just a little bit to get it to line back up where I want it to or where it needs to be. And again, just scroll all the way down to make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to do and laying out the way it's supposed to. All right. Now, once you've got it all done, you can save it as a PDF. Again, we've got a throw out here. We just need to put a return on there. And it's going to, I don't know what that is. Let me remove it. Oops. Sorry. It will realign everything you need. Again, just scroll all the way through, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing and lining up the way it needs to. And again, this is how it works in a Word document. If you're using it and transfer this all over to Canva, it's completely different, but those are the basics in maneuvering through a Word document to customize it and change it. All right, so let's say, again, even though we've already talked about it in the very part one, if you decide, okay, I really don't like the border on it, you can change the border at any time, basically from any page. And whatever you change it to is what your rollover to every page will be. All right, so let's just have some fun here. We're gonna change this font for fun. Let's put it there. Let's put a color to it. And let's make it. We'll just leave it at black. All right. So there you go. So there's your basic tips of how to then customize your testimonial page with the QR code, your photo, and everything else you want to put in there. And then make sure that as you then look at the rest of the document, it's lining back up correctly so that you can save it as a PDF, which locks it then, and you can print it from there without it rolling and skewing over. Okay. Now, although we recommend that you customize the front page with the consumer's contact information or the consumer name, at least in their photo, one easy thing you can do is just leave that out, leave the picture of the house in, but take the client name out, make this a little bit larger maybe, and then at least have one or two printed out. That's what I'm going to call generic. Okay, so there you be. I'm going to reverse these back. When you hit the back button, it takes it back to where it had been, and there you have it. Okay, my friends, go ahead and end here. Go ahead and go to your document and do the same thing. If you have any problems, come back, refresh your brain. Once you get it and you do it once, it's like, oh my God, that was easy. That was fun. Let's do it again. All right. See you around the next time. Bye for now.